everyone. Welcome to Storytime in Seacliff. Good story, A Visitor for Bear. We've had a lot of bear stories this week at the library and here. Okay, this is a good one. I love this one. No one ever came to Bear's house. It's always been like that, and Bear was quite sure he did not like visitors. He even had a sign, "No visitors allowed." One morning, Bear heard a tap, tap, tapping on his front door. And when he opened his door, there was a mouse. He was small and gray, and he had bright eyes. And "No visitors allowed," Bear said, pointing to the sign. "Go away." He closed the door and went back to the business of making his breakfast. He set out 1 cup and 1 spoon. And when he opened the cupboard to get 1 bowl, there was the mouse. Small, gray, and bright-eyed. "I told you to leave," cried Bear. Perhaps we could just have a spot of tea," said the mouse. "Out!" commanded Bear. "Oh, I'm most sorry," said the mouse. "I'm going now." Bear showed him to the door and shut it firmly. And then he came back to the business of making his breakfast. But when he opened the bread drawer for just 1 slice of bread, there was the mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. "Oh, no." "Unbelievable," rumbled the bear. "Away with you, vamoose." I do like a bit of cheese," said the mouse. Bear pointed a rigid claw towards the door. "Yes, then here I go," said the mouse. "Farewell." And the mouse whisked out the door. This time, the bear shut the door very firmly and locked it tight. He locked the windows too, for good measure. And then once again, he went back to the business of making his breakfast. But when he opened the fridge to get 1 egg, there was the mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. "Be gone!" shouted the bear. A crackling fire, ventured the mouse. "This is impossible, intolerable, insufferable," cried Bear, shaking with anger and disbelief. "Terribly sorry," murmured the mouse. "Now you see me, now you don't. I'm gone." And the mouse looked very sorry indeed, while he waited for Bear to unbolt the door and let him out again. This time, before he went back to the business of making his breakfast, Bear shut the door very, 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 very firmly and locked it. He boarded the window shut, and he stopped up the chimney, and he even plugged the drain in the bathtub. Carefully, Bear set about the business of making his breakfast. He opened the cupboard. No mouse. He opened the bread drawer. No mouse. He opened the fridge. Mouse free. Yes, indeed. He lifted the lid of the tea kettle. There was the mouse, small and gray and, well, you know the rest. Bear fell to the floor and wept. "I give up," he blubbered. "You win. I am undone." "Oh, so sorry," said the mouse, "but perhaps if I could have a bit of cheese and a cup of tea, and you think we could unstopper the chimney and have a nice fire." Bear blew his nose with a loud honk. Then you have to go," he sniffled. "No visitors allowed." "You have my word," said the mouse. So Bear unshuttered and unboarded the windows, and he unlocked the door, and he unstopped the chimney, and he unplugged the drain in the tub, and he brought 2 plates of cheese and 2 teacups, and he made a crackling fire in the fireplace for 2 sets of toes. The mouse warmed his feet and nibbled and sipped, and the bear did too. And they sat for a long time, and the clock in Bear's house was ticking loudly. Bear cleared his throat, and the mouse looked most attentive. No one had ever been more attentive to Bear. "The fire is nice," Bear announced. "Lovely," said the mouse. No one had ever said Bear's fires were lovely. "I can do a headstand," said Bear. "Very impressive," said the mouse. Bear told a joke. The mouse laughed heartily. No one had ever laughed at Bear's jokes before. Bear began to think of another joke. The mouse set down his teacup, and Bear quickly filled the teapot again. "Plenty more," he said. "Oh, so sorry," said the mouse. "Most kind, but I must be on my way." Really, you needn't go," said Bear. "I'm off," said the mouse, springing up from his chair. "Wait," cried Bear. But the mouse stepped out the door. "Toodle-doo," said the mouse. "Don't go," wailed the bear, throwing his body across the path. "But I gave you my word," the mouse said, pointing to "No visitors allowed" sign. "Oh, that," Bear said, pulling it down and tearing it up. That's just for salespeople, not for friends." "Not for friends?" asked the mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed, and Bear nodded, and Mouse's bright eyes glowed brighter, and Bear smiled. "Do you like one lump or two?" said Bear, most politely. "I like two," said the mouse, and Bear agreed. Oh, what a lovely, lovely story, a visitor for Bear. And we have a most wonderful birthday today. We are celebrating our dear friend Joseph's birthday. I saw him at the library, and I know he's going to have like a whole weekend of surprises and celebrations. He's going to the aquarium. Yes, he's going to the aquarium with his mom and dad and his brother Christopher. Then he's going to have a wonderful, wonderful birthday celebration with his grandmother and his grandfather. Yes, indeed. So we're like one tiny, tiny little part of Joseph's birthday celebration, and that's our little cake. Let's find out what kind of cake. Joseph has been voting on this since the very, very beginning, and Joseph always votes for vanilla, but we don't know if that's the kind of cake he's going to get today. Let's find out. Remember, it's always up to the children. And the chocolate people are Molly and Alice and Jolene, James and Anna and Maeve from Marblehead, Martha and Clara. I saw them the other day at story time. So good. Ben and Bee, ever faithful. Wesley and Teddy, Bevy and Henry. I think Bevy is traveling. Riley, oh, wonderful Riley. Tate and Sophia and India, and the Schuyler sisters, Eliza and Peggy and Angelica. Yes, all of those are for chocolate. Oh, and Graham, Audrey, and Lila. Yes. Now, for vanilla, we have Carson and Nora. We have KJ, Rafa. We have Joseph. Oh, Joseph, of course, he's voting for vanilla. Joseph and Christopher. Harris and Maya. Harris was at story time today at book discussion. Marlo and Maxine and Lulu and Lucy and Frida. All right, let's count. Oh, and Annabelle and Kira. Oh, you know what? Who voted late? Yes, Max and Bruce. They voted for vanilla. All right, so it looks to me as if we have 18 vanilla. Oh, 19 chocolate. Oh no, very close, and it's a chocolate cake. I hope that's okay, Joseph. I really do. All right, shall we sing? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joseph. Happy birthday to you. Very nice. I hope the rest of your birthday weekend goes beautifully. I'm sure it will. Thank you, cameraman Dan, and thank you, Oberon. And remember, I love you all very, very much.